Good morning, everybody. I just woke up, having bad dreams again. This is not. I don't normally. I dreamed it was 2001. It's when we made attic expeditions. I was living with a girl named Whitney. A great person, Whitney, and I mentioned it once or twice here, probably, but I have a medical condition called ankylosing spondylitis, and it caused me an extraordinary amount of pain for a number of years, destroyed my life, wrecked my career. It took me 7 years to get it diagnosed. And treated. At first, I guess it was actually spring of 2002, beginning of 2002 into 2001. The pain, there was a minor injury. I caused myself sitting down funny on a couch, cracked me in my right shoulder blade, and the muscles just didn't stop hurting after that. It felt like there was a knife in my back, and when it was bad, it felt like somebody was twisting the knife. I could have fought it with exercise, physical therapy. I didn't know that. And my father just wouldn't. Every time I tried to bring up that I was in terrible pain and something was wrong, he would interrupt and say, "There's nothing fucking wrong with you." He quit speaking to me for many years because of the illness. And Whitney left me. But I mean, I can't say she shouldn't have. I was in so much pain. I was in so much pain that the police stopped coming to the house to respond to reports of screaming because I couldn't stop screaming. I would scream until I was exhausted and then would pass out. I went from being about to be famous and about to direct my first movie to desperately counting change for painkillers. So I dreamed I was. It was like echoes of probably a bunch of different times I was working at a day job the day of a show for my band. I was running around doing some kind of restaurant job. My heart's pretty bad this morning. It was pretty bad last night. I never ended up reading any Edgar Poe because the laptop's making that horrible noise. I couldn't figure out any way around it, but by the time I ran out of food. I had to eat my roommate's food for dinner. I got to get to the store. Anyway, I dreamed that Whitney showed up. Now, Whitney not only left me when I got really ill. I mean, she should have. My temper, I just couldn't stay calm. I felt like I was being kicked to death all the time. I just didn't have the character it would have taken to stay calm. No one would help. No one would help. My father just quit speaking to me, basically. So when Whitney left me, she, for some reason, we've been living together for 4 years. She tried to arrange to convince me she'd vanished. She just stopped answering calls entirely. And I got more and more scared. For a couple of days, I couldn't eat or sleep. She was in Alabama. when I was in Massachusetts, I finally called the police, and they went to her mother's house for a wellness check. And then the police stood there and made Whitney's mother call me to tell me I'd been dumped. I have no idea what happened to her after that. I don't know where she went or what she did. I hope she's okay. Never known someone who deserved to be happy more. But in my dream, she showed up where I was working. I was working at some kind of restaurant, and she was happy to see me. She had some kind of boyfriend or husband in the dream, but she came to see me for some reason. She wanted to be friends again, and I was so happy to see her. And I wanted to show her what I'd been doing, but of course it's all gone. I have a couple of boxes of personal stuff stored with a friend in Tampa, but really just a couple of boxes. I lost everything. I couldn't show Whitney anything. When Whitney and I started dating, was when Red was born. And I got to tell Whitney that Red had turned out to be a terrible liar like her mom. But I'm so proud of her anyway. She isn't speaking to me, and there isn't a good reason for it, but I got to tell Whitney about how Red was singing for Wrong now. My band. It's not Red's band. It's like it's the family business. I'm so proud of her. And I talked about starting work on a writing project for the first time in a while last night. I had a friend on Facebook. We got to talking at length about Charles Dickens. He suggested I write a movie, Barnaby Rudge, since it's one of my favorite novels by Dickens. It hasn't really been a TV or movie version, at least not in the last like 30, 40 years. So it was like the dream reminded me that I'm broken. And in most of the ways that matter, I'm already dead. And I can't stop fighting. Because I can't kill myself. I can't bring myself to do it. I wasn't thinking about it for several days. I didn't want to be dead for several days. But the dream reminded me that I don't deserve to live. Or have friends. Or love in my life. I woke up and took a bunch of Benadryl. It's the only medication I have here. It'll maybe calm me down. My heart feels really bad. I felt really bad last night. Couldn't watch a movie or anything.